Subhanallah walhamdulillah wallahu akbar.
When people are expected to pay visits to the house of Almighty Allah, Saudi Arabia, Makkah, where Kaaba is situated, where Prophet Muhammad was born, and Saudi Arabia, where he was buried at Medina. Pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia is one of the fundamental pillars of Islam according to Sharia, the statement of Prophet Muhammad. But Hajj, though a pillar, is a conditional pillar. Conditional in the sense that it requires freedom. You may have the money, you don't have the freedom, you cannot go. A slave has money, but the master does not give him the freedom, he will not go. And he must be healthy. A sick person does not perform Hajj, you perform Hajj. It is because of the rigorous activity over there. And you must have the money. Yes, of course. You don't fly with your wings to get there. You have to pay this, you have to pay that. But that is why Islam says, "Liman istata'," who is able to make it, should make it. You understand? It's obligatory on every male and female, at least once in your lifetime. Obligatory if you have fulfilled all these conditions. God gives us the power to perform Hajj. Those who have performed, they want to perform more. But like I did say the other time, I say Hajj is not for side view. It's not like an excursion where you go and satisfy your whims and caprices, satisfy your sight, your curiosity. You want to be addressed as an al-Hajj. No, it goes beyond that. It's service to Almighty Allah. Prophet Muhammad says, whoever performs Hajj sincerely, religiously, faithfully, cleanly, he returns home like a newborn baby. He has no sin. All his sins will be forgiven. It therefore means it is good to perform Hajj. But you should know what it takes to perform Hajj. Before you go perform Hajj, you need to undergo some skills orientation. Yes, you don't just make up your mind, gather certain things and begin to go. The resources you use for the performance of Hajj must be gotten from halal. You got from haram. The resources you use for the performance of Hajj must be gotten from what? Halal. A lawful means, not from haram. Equally, if you live here as you are going, particularly Nigerians that normally go from here, the first place of call is Medina. They always go to Medina. Visiting of Medina is very important, it's necessary, but it does not form part of Hajj. That's where Prophet lies. You want to go to the grave of the Prophet and pray and do salat unto him. Not that you are going to collect money from him, he doesn't give you anything. Visiting there is Sunnah. Hajj has not even commenced that time. There are places of Sunnah that one visits. There's a grave there. There are graves of people. There's Uhud there, the martyrs, where you will go and you pray for them. And perhaps you would wish to be martyred. Prophet Muhammad says, whoever dies and finds himself in Al-Jannah, he would wish that he will come back to the world and be martyred again. Because of what he sees over there. We have places like Masjid al-Qubba, the first mosque that was built by Prophet Muhammad when he came to Medina. You visit such a place. As you visit Uhud, where Hamza and others were buried, to pray for them. You usually visit places like Masjid al-Qiblatain. Masjid al-Qiblatain is the mosque that has two Qibla. When Allah directed us to face Jerusalem, and Prophet put on an application to Allah, though I don't disobey you, I agree with your directives, but how I wish you ask us to face the Kaaba. And Allah accepted his wish, and they started facing the Kaaba. You understand? So there is another arena. From there you stay there for some days. When you stay there for some days, you'll be leaving for a place called Mecca. Yes. Mecca, on your way to Mecca, there are mikats. Mikats are appointed places that on your way to Mecca, you pause there, you clean up yourself, and then you bath. And some of Navila, you observe Navila there, and you change from your mufti, you wear haram, you put on the ihram, you enter into ihram from that place. People who pass through Medina, like those of us from Nigeria, their mikat is Dhul Khulayfa. Dhul Khulayfa is the name they normally call it. That was then, and that is the name in the book. Abi Ali is a new name now. It has a name now. You understand? It has a new name. For people that come from this place. We have Yelemlem, another Mikat. We have different Mikats, depends on the direction one is coming from. But I want us to concentrate on their own from Medina that they pass to Dhul Hulayfa. There you undress yourself. The vehicle will naturally stop there. You put on your wear, you put off your wear, and you put off your wear and put on the haram. Like I told you, if it's time of Nabila, you observe Nabila there. Cleaning yourself is sunnah there. Even a menstruating woman, she has to bow there, even if the menstruation is coming. She does talbiyah. No prayer. She does talbiyah. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد ونعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. All of them continue from that place until Makkah. Why in Talbiyah? Why doing Talbiyah? Why instead of Haram? There are so many things that are forbidden for you to do when you are wearing that white garment. So Hajj is not a place to be politicized. It's a place that requires knowledge. When you are in Haram, you don't shave your hair. You don't remove your hair. You are not allowed to remove your hair. You are not allowed to trim your nails. You don't cut down your nails. It is forbidden because I said of Haram. Do you understand? From that place, you don't insult. You don't involve yourself in unnecessary argument. You don't romance, even if you are with your wife. Talk about of sexual intercourse. You don't conduct marriage at that time. Don't snub. And you go. As you go, there is one Hajj, they call Tamattu'i. There are three types of Hajj. Tamattu'i, Kiran, and Ifrad. You should now know what type of Hajj you want to perform. Ask our pilgrims, even those, some people that lead the pilgrims, there are three types of Hajj. Distinguish Tamattu'i from Kiran and Ifrad. Do they know? Somebody will say Kiran, okay, there's one book we call Kiran. The third is the book. You understand? Tamattu'i is to perform Umrah, then Hajj. In the month of Hajj. Perform Umrah, then Hajj. In the month of what? Hajj. Then you be in Haram continuously. Haram has to be on you. When you come to Mecca, you tawaf al-Qudud. Tawaf al-Qudud. Before the commencement of Hajj on the 8th of the Hijjah. On the 8th. Do you understand? Which is different from Ifrad. Ifrad. Hajj singly, which is different from Kiran, Hajj, then Umrah. Tamattu'i, Umrah, then Hajj. Ifrad, single Hajj. Kiran, Hajj, then what? Umrah. Why performing that? When you come to Makkah, you are free to put off your haram until on the 8th, before you resume. Put on your haram again. Then we'll be leaving for Muna. All of you will be leaving for Muna. All even the Saudi citizens that want to perform Hajj should be in Iran on the 8th. Then, where is the Miqat for people who live in Makkah? Since before you enter Makkah, you have to meet it of Iran, haram, isn't it? You put on a haram. What if you are living in Makkah and you want to perform Hajj? Go outside suburb, you wear it. What happens to somebody who is late? You don't go to Medina, you are from Nigeria. You are from Nigeria. Straight to Makkah. They are going to land in Jeddah. You don't pass through the Miqat, the appointed place where you have to change your dress. What do? In the plane, change. Or at Jeddah, change. Where? On the 8th of the Hijjah, all pilgrims will now leave to a desert, the place they call Muna. At Muna, you spend a day. That is on the 8th. You are there till the evening and you even sleep there at Muna. Don't go. Don't go to anywhere. Observe your Salat al-Maghrib and Isha and even Subuhi there. Contrary to what people used to do. Some people at night, they begin to move, they go to Arafah. La, it's wrong. It's against the Sharia. It is on the 9th that all pilgrims in convoy will move from Mina down to where? Arafah. And between Mina and Arafah, there's a place called Muzdalifah, where Allah speaks vehemently in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. There is a place of prayer. Call on Allah. What does the ayah say? Can you remind me of the ayah? Where Allah speaks about if you are to Mina, you should, just like that's like the way the father used to do it. What was the ayah? Yes. Taqwa, yes. Now that is the ayah. Yes. When you are on your way on the 9th, you move to Arafah. At Arafah, Prophet say Al-Hajj Arafah. Hajj is what? Arafah. Al-Hajj Arafah. He says anybody who stays at Arafah till evening of that day, and he thinks that he has a sin that is not been forgiven, he does not believe in Muhammad Rasulullah. It's all your sins are forgiven. Neither give us the opportunity to perform Hajj. At that time, that you are at Arafah, where you stand and listen to khutbah. There is khutbah. Various imams give khutbah. Various imams give khutbah. That khutbah is very important. That we say standing at Arafah means presence at Arafah. It's compulsory. No Hajj. At Arafah, you are expected to observe your Salat Zuhr and Salat al-Asr together. You do Kasim. You shorten the prayers. Zuhr and Asr at Arafah. You must not leave Arafah until the sun disappears, until the sun sets. That is time of Salat what? Maghrib. That is the only occasion where you are expected to delay Salat Maghrib. Don't leave the premises of Arafah. Arafah is very wide. On top of the mountain, you see a point, one wide point like mileage. They say that is Arafah. The whole of the place is Arafah. It's just like in Nigeria. Somebody in Babalada, where I live, they say it's Abuja. Somebody, is it Giri or Giri? I don't know. Even Abaji, where I live, say Abuja. You understand? Everybody Abuja, Abuja, Abuja. And the distance between where is even Abuja is far. So Arafah covers a very big radius. You do Salat al-Zuhr and Asr Kasru, you don't leave down until Salat al-Maghrib. When it is time for Maghrib, either I'm at the vehicles or not even go back. Some people trek because there's not much difference between trekking and the vehicle. You are even faster than some people because of the multitude of people, because of congestion. Now, you leave Arafah, you are coming back to where? Muzdalifah. At Muzdalifah, that is where you do Salat al-Maghrib and Salat al-Isha. Yes. You observe Salat al-Maghrib and Salat al-Isha, and that's where you pick your pebbles. That is where Allah says you should remain there and do a lot of things. Remember God, remember Allah, pray to Almighty Allah for Al-Jannah, pray for forgiveness, do Salat al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Just as you did when you were in Medina, when you visited the grave of the Prophet. A lot of prayers at Muzdalifah. Remain at Muzdalifah till morning. Observe Salat Subhi before you leave. Unfortunately, our people at night, when they finish Salat Isha, they begin to leave for Muna because they're coming back to Muna now. Don't leave Muzdalifah until after Salat what? Subhi. When Subhi is observed in congregation, all of you, that is on the 10th now. The most difficult day for the pilgrims is the 10th. It's on that 10th, the pilgrims will leave Muzdalifah back to Muna. They pick their pebbles, the little stones, they'll pick from there to go and throw at Muna. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. 7. There are Jumrat al-Aqaba, there are 3 points of throwing the stone. When you come, the first one you throw, 7, at Muna. From there straight, you proceed to where? Makkah. To go and do Tawaf al-Ifada. This Tawaf al-Ifada is the Tawaf that forms part of Hajj. It's obligatory. Tawaf al-Ifada. That is the Tawaf that means circumambulation of the Kaaba. On the 10th, after throwing the stone. After throwing the stone, you are going back to Mina. You are going back to Mina. After you throw the stone at Mina, you come to the Kaaba in the town. Some people equally trek, very far. Some people trek. A lot of people go in the vehicle. When you come, you do Tawaf. You do Sa'i. Tawaf, movement between Safa and Marwa. You do it. إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله ومن حج البيت أو اعتمر ولا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما وهو خير ولله شيء. It's full of activities. This tawaf we are doing today is the tawaf that is an integral part of Hajj, that is compulsory. All other ones you are doing were sunnah. And all this time you are still maintaining wala rafasa wala jidal fi Hajj. No insult, no discussion, no political anything, just zikr. Salat al-Nabi, istighfar, because we are that Arab. And you still maintain, you don't do anything, don't remove your hair. It is after Tawaf al-Ifada in Makkah that you are free to shave your hair. Do you understand? You shave your hair. Are you going to drop your haram? Because we are going back to spend 2 days at Muna again. Just 2 days for the remaining 20 of the stone. Now, while going, you see some people, they will now remove their haram and wear mufti, and some people go back in haram. It depends on the type of hajj you are performing. That is why the 2 days they are going to spend at the Mina, at that time, you see some people wearing their dresses and some people in the haram. It depends on the hajj. So it requires knowledge. You know the type of hajj is performing, the type of hajj is performing. Is it Kiran that goes simultaneously, Hajj before Umrah, or is Ifrad? Which one is he performing? And which one determines you to leave your dresses? When you do tawaf, you shave your hair. To shave the hair, it's better to reduce the hair. Then you now go back to Muna and spend 2 days. Where Allah says, وَمَنْ تَعَجَّلَ فِي يَوْمَيْنِ وَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ وَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ مَنِ اتَّقَى. Whoever quickens and stay for 2 days, no problem. وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ, whoever delays to stay longer than that, if it is done out of taqwa and fear of Allah, no problem. But on the 10th, you throw the stone. That same 10th, you come to Mecca, you do tawaf for Father, then you shave your hair. Between those days, you are free to slaughter your animal. Yes. The day of Tarwiyah is on the 8th. From that day after tawaf, you can kill your animal on that 10th. You can kill your animal on the 11th. You can kill your animal on the 12th. Just like the pilgrims, just like those of us in Nigeria. Must you kill your animal on Saturday? Eh? If you kill the following day, when you kill the 3rd day, after the 5th day, what happened? If your cow, your ram disappears and reappears on the 5th day after Salah, you know, it used to happen in the village. They said, oh, he has no money. He got his money on the 5th day, he can buy ram now. Can you stage manage it? You buy your ram on that day? You are interested in eating meat. It's not here again, isn't it? So, when you shave your hair, that period, the 2 days, on the 11th, you go and throw the middle one. That man on the 10th, you throw stone at the first. On the 11th, you throw stone to Shaitan, the middle. You come back and start middle. Nothing. You be insecure. On the 12th, you go, that man, there are 3 points. On the 12th, when you move, you back, you throw at the last one. What do? You are going back to Mecca. Hajj is completed. Umrah is completed. On the 12th, it therefore means Hajj is 8, 9, 10, 11. They really Hajj. Other visitations, they are so that they are very important. How can you perform how you don't go to Medina to see Prophet and pray? For yourself. You have to go. Now, the fundamental question is this. We said Tawaf, Ibadah, is part of Hajj. What happened for a menstruating woman? What happened to her? Because you don't control your menses. Perhaps on that 10th, she begins her menses. And if you are menstruating, you don't do Tawaf. Prophet said, At-Tawaf ka-salat. Tawaf is like what? Only talking is allowed. What do you do? What do the woman do? And they said, no, that one is a fundamental pillar. Just like you want to do Salat al-Zuhr, 4 rakats, you do 3 rakats. The 4th rakat is not there. Do you have your prayers? So you don't have your hands. So what will happen to a menstruating woman? I would say she doesn't have her hands. And she cannot do it. The case of a woman is la hawla wa la quwwata. It needs knowledge. It requires knowledge. People should teach what's supposed to be done. Now, her own naturally, God has shifted it. It shifts from the 10th to when she completes her menses. Perhaps next 5 days. And they are going next tomorrow. They are coming back to Nigeria next tomorrow. The case is a complicated one. Yes, let's agree. She does it when she becomes clean. Isn't it? That's not on the 10th again. But before she becomes clean, they are already asking them to go. She doesn't have a Hajj. No Hajj. Of course, yes. If she does it the following day, the 3rd, no problem. Even when it finishes, no problem. But the case now is the carrier is asking them, all of you should come back to Medina. We are going back next month. She falls to the case of Alaino. Another important problem is, which I want the Christians to note, is in most cases, for you to do tawaf, 7 times and sa'i 7 times. This tawaf is not only Rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirah hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Every round has its own prayer. There's a monastic, the right of a pilgrim. There's a what we call a book that guide. As we are going around, this is what we recite. Second Quran is what we recite. Third time is what we recite. Up to 7 times. If you come to Sa'i, Safa and Marwa, the first movement, what to recite. Second, what to recite. Third, what some people they employ the service of mutawaf. A leader to lead them. You'll be reciting, and then as he's reciting, somebody is reciting, you don't even know which one you are reciting. Because a mutawaf is an energetic somebody. As you are following, when he bends like this, he does like this. Ya Allah, he's there. He's reciting something. He has gone. You have paid him. He has gone. Because it requires energy. If we are doing tawaf, ablution breaks, perhaps we have done 7, we have done 6, it remains only 1. Ablution goes away. You pollute the air. What happened? And you don't know where you come. You don't even know the road to your house. They are following the door. Somebody say, Allah knows I'll follow him. If I eventually these people, I'll be able to go back home. What will you do? You'll be following him. No ablution. How do you pray without ablution? The scholars say anybody who prays without ablution deliberate is a kafir. Isn't it? And tawaf is like what? Prayer. How do you do it? Naturally, you're supposed to withdraw. But without ablution, you start from the beginning. Unlike Sa'i. Safa and Marwa. If you are doing Sa'i and Safa and Marwa, your ablution terminates, you can continue. No problem. But this, the first 3 movements or 4 movements, you have to jog. You have to be fast. You don't just walk. You are not a woman. The same thing happens to tawaf. The first 1, 2, 3, or 4 round. You have to jump. You should be fast. Otherwise, you can go at your pace. Don't wound anybody. Don't push anybody down. Don't fall anybody. Do it with caution. Do it with carefulness. The way it's supposed to be done. On the 10th, 11th, 12th, you do the Jumu'ah and you come back to Makkah. Hajj is completed. The Allah makes it become Hajj Mabrur. Was there Maghfur? An acceptable Hajj. And sins forgiven. So that Allah accept their Hajj. All the intended pilgrims, may Allah accept their Hajj. Those of us that wish to go and we cannot go because of financial epidemic, may Allah give us the means to go. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Muhammad wa sallim. This is a bridge, an abridged way of performing. There are so many vital things I have not spoken about. You understand? But the 4 pillars of Hajj are mentioned. Intention. That is the time of taking haram. Arafah, mentioned. Circumambulation, that is tawaf. 3, Sa'i, Safa and Marwa. Those are the 4 pillars of Islam, of Hajj. Other things are very important, but these are the 4 pillars. If one of them is left out, what happens to somebody who falls sick? I remember we just alerted at Medina, at Jeddah, a woman had miscarriage. And she remained like that until they finish the Hajj. Let her perform another Hajj next year. Who will pay for her? Who will pay for her? This money is being used as St. Joseph. Allah Tamakim. Let's continue from where we stop. The word of the intention, but it does not have the word of Hajj. Has he performed? You intend to go and pray. It's a good intention. You have the reward of it. Have you prayed? You have the reward of the intention. You don't have the reward of Hajj. He wanted to, but unfortunately. Now, what was
you throwing of pebble.
the
If, for instance, you know by tomorrow you are going and you have the opportunity now as a woman because of the listed problems as related to women, you have only today. Can you make use of today to do the last two?
if you do it today, the remaining ones are on the 11th and 12th, you can wait. If you are sure that around 13, 14, you become clean, you can wait and do your study. That is why Prophet comment, whoever delayed, wala isma alayhi, there's no sin against it. There's no sin against it. But in case you fear, if I delay, I add 2 days, they will go back to Nigeria, I will be stranded. Then she can, you can pack everything and will leave you for God. You understand? Yes. If not, you wait until you are. Excuse me, Jabra has something to do with menstruating woman. Please note. A menstruating woman can throw stones. Please note. It is only tawaf. If a woman is menstruating, she is free to throw that stone. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. It's allowed. No problem. It doesn't require ablution before you throw stone. It doesn't require ablution. It is done at Muna. There are so many things a pilgrim ought to know before one performs pilgrimage. Yes. What is that?
Still on this issue of women. Just like you mentioned 4 pillars of Hajj. One, that of
Tawaf.
Then because of the condition, you will not be able to do that. Then the remaining 3,
She does them.
she does this one. That intention cannot take care of the whole thing for her.
No. You have a very good intention. You have even started it. You have performed some of them. But one fundamental thing is like, it's just like somebody who comes to do salat to one of the salawat. He finished everything. But when he finished, he didn't attend here today. He didn't say salam alaikum, and he went away. At the time of salam alaikum, he just left. You understand? Though it's not intentional, it's as a result of necessity. No Hajj. You should perform the Hajj. If there's opportunity, she will do it too. I mean, when she becomes clean, she will do it. Fine and good. She will do it. Assuming so she has finished everything. And I told you she can throw some with even a menstrual period. But to go and do tawaf on the 10th, she starts menstruating. She will delay. If 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th is free, she will go and do it. It's allowed. But the fear is, some Nigerians, when they do on the 10th, on the 12th, 13th, they say, let's go. That is the problem. Water more than 500 places where you can go to toilet, where you can perform ablution, but not within it's within the mosque, but not inside the Kaaba. Yes. Now, it's not afraid. That will begin from the beginning. Yes, they are starting. It's just like somebody who is observing prayer. After 2 records, your ablution spoils. What do? You go and do ablution and start from the beginning. You see, what I've just told you, what I've been able to explain here, there are a lot of consultations here and there. Hajj, alhamdulillah, Hajj, ya Haji. That is time they begin to make jest of themselves. That is time some people will display big gown. Yes. Because of the Hajj is performing does not require him for the 2 days to wear what? Haram. But a lot of people are saying no haram. Now you'll be confused. Why are some people in the haram? Why? That is the cloth. The haram should be white cloth that was woven, not sewed. Woven cloth is better. Woven. So harami in Nigeria is not alawayo. Because alawayo, what I mean by woven, it's not the English, it's not so. Woven, you know what I mean by that? If it's woven, the weavers, they will do it is different from the one that is being sold by machine. Sharia holds that it should be that one. And you don't cover your head. Yes, you don't cover your head. For men, a woman is allowed to wear garment that covers all her body, including her head. Garment. But for a man, he ties two cloths, down and up and down, isn't it? No other way. Then somebody asks, what if they are carrying what if they are carrying a bag that contains your money because you can't drop your money? You put it on your head as a shade, no problem. Only you don't wear underwear. What do you call that one? Not pint, boxer. Don't wear boxer. You don't have to wear boxer. All of you will be inside that clothes, including the head of state of your country. One down here, one up here. Then, I'm saying there are so many things you need to know. You lift your shoulder outside. But at the time of prayer, you cover your shoulders. You remove it, you cover your shoulders, off the shoulders. It is a time of power that one of it is left out. You understand? Everybody. These are many other things. I can't discuss them here, madam. But I have to advise that anybody who wants to perform Hajj should go for a serious orientation before he goes if he wants to get his Hajj. Just like somebody wants to go and pray. Rawda. Did I talk about Rawda? I said that so many things I skipped. Prophet said, Baina Bayt wa Umbari Rawda min Riyad al-Jannah. Between my house and my Mumbar, there is the center of Al-Jannah. Center of Al-Jannah. They call it Rawda. That was when the mosque was a small mosque. That was where Prophet stood and led the prayer. A lot of competition there. For you to get there, you may attempt it for 3 days, you will not be able to go there. And it's very close to the cemetery of the Prophet of the what do you call it? The grave of the Prophet. That is fenced. If you go there, you peep. It is still ground. Rawda is important for every pilgrim to go there. But can you go there? Is it easy? Somebody came since morning, he's in the mosque, but he could not get there. Because of what? Congestion. So this when I was speaking, I did not talk about it. So there are things like that. A prayer for Uhud, for the dead ones, those 70-something pilgrims, martyrs, Sahaba of the Prophet. There are prayers you do for them. You are not going there to take al-barakah from them. You are not going to take any blessing. You are going to go in there to pray. You understand? That's what's supposed to be done. One house, they said, the house of Sayyidina Usman. Some few years that we went, we saw it, Usman. Okay, good. I just said, before you know, people have gathered, they are beginning to like, so they are out. Say, hello. So, Alhamdulillah, I think we should go look at that.
Do you sleep with it?
You sleep with it?
Okay.
At Mina.
That is the reason why I'm asking.
At Mina.
Get up to 3 because if you are to sleep with it and at the end of the day, you dream.
Okay, you're back. No, you use one and wash one. There's water all over places. At Mina, if you dream and sperm touches it,
Dry immediately.
son, Makkah, Benjamin. As I come, it has dried. Even the movement is enough to dry it. Hey, at Medina, as if the sun is brought very close to your head. Everybody is everybody. Well, in most cases, people don't wash. Like my Haram, which is still there. It was after I completed Hajj that I washed it and soak it into Zamzam. You know, Nigerian mentality. Soak it into Zamzam. I'm going to put barakah of Zamzam in something. Something like that. So if you buy, you have, as long as you are in white, you are in Haram, whichever one, no problem. But you have the money to play with money like that, when everybody is almost in. You only carry small, what do you call, purse. Is it purse you call it? Or this is the tie. Where they put money. Chicken. in form of belt. That is the only thing you carry. No, it is when you finish, perhaps on the 10th when you come to do tawaf the father, you can change. That is how it's supposed to be. Sorry, it is we cannot do Ghana. They already, the Al-Kafir is provided. That's Al-Kafir for you already. No waste of time. You understand?
Okay, eventually you will first and play with that.
And they'll bury you now. In fact, there is no time now during Hajj. There is no time they pray, they don't pray for dead bodies. So, some people from one village, Allah, then they say, Sallu ala al-amwat. Let's pray for the dead bodies. Yeah, Allahu Akbar. Already people have thought they are going to, because you don't understand Arabic, you don't know what's happening. One man from, some people from one village, madam, Magariba we did, no be like which people are doing that thing. So they do two Magariba in a day. And they don't turn that, they don't bend down. The other one say, no, they bend down because they know they're inside. People inside they bend down. They are praying for dead bodies. Each time Isha again, they do another one. After Isha, they keep them till morning. In the morning prayer, they do for dead bodies. This is what is on. So the man from the village says, traditional prayer they're doing. Until they educated him that this is what's happening. But he doesn't say dead body. The dead body are far there. There's a place they keep them. Keep them like they just lie them like this. When they man by the Kaaba, if you are fortunate to go, if you are brave, they put them like this line, perhaps 10 or 20, or another 20. When this time you see him walking with the police and soldiers guiding him. He climbs up to the place. You look, you say, Allahu Akbar. The Ladan is somewhere, he's seen everything, even breathing in, you hear it everywhere. You understand? Every prayer. Up. Climb up after that. That's what they do. And as they are finishing, there's a committee. It's an organized place. A committee. There's a vehicle. There are vehicles. In fact, when they bury a dead body, a vehicle, when they carry to dead body, it drives inside. When it drives inside, there are people who are washing. They are one that are washing. The motor comes down from the other side. Then another motor is there to carry to the mosque. Then from there to the grave, people are there digging the grave all times. People are there digging the grave now, all times. They dig the grave in advance. They keep on digging. What is that?
The intention.
The intention is the work of the hand. What you making up of your mind is your intention. I'll take the intention to perform Umrah and Hajj, which is Tamattu. You understand? Make it up of that your mind. Then you do Umrah, then you do Hajj. And there's one you do Hajj, then you go Umrah. And there's one you do single Hajj. Of all these, yes, you see now, of all these, Prophet Muhammad recommended Tamattu. So his companion, Umrah and Hajj. That's what he recommended. So if you come, you have to do. And if you make any of this mistake that you mentioned, you have to kill Iran. No hunting. You can see, in those days, even up to now, if you go to Muna and some areas, you see animals. You don't kill them. You don't kill any animal. If you kill an antelope, you go and look for an animal that is the size of an antelope, you give a sadaqah. You understand? If you shave your hair wrongly, there is a punishment for it. All these things are things that one has to guide against them. Then people used to go to Dari Hira and Dari Thawira, which is not part of Hajj. I told you, I went. Me, I enter Dari Hira and I enter Dari Thawira. Hajj is good for a young man. Because of determination, I remember when I went about Allah spare our lives to witness more Hajj. And our brothers and sisters that have gone, may Allah accept their Hajj. I understand some pilgrims from Sokoto State were troubled by the kidnappers. You heard of it from media. May Allah protect all our pilgrims, both those who were and the one at home, and those that are not even born. Killing of the ram, we have to do justice. I want to use this medium to remind the officials of the board in the whole country that it is unfair for them to charge the pilgrims for their rams right from Nigeria. Equilibrium. They charge the random amount. The animals there, they differ. They have different prices. One ram, 100 riyals, 200 riyals, it depends on the time. Allow every individual to go there and buy his ram. It's within Mina. This is within Mina over there. It's not stressful. You can go and buy. And after all, you should even see the animal you want to kill. Is it a healthy one? Is it a sickly one? You don't know. How are you even sure that they're killing for you? Is not more advisable that the owner kills him and himself he can? Or even if he cannot, you manage someone to do it for him. But in situation somebody is here, you are paying for animal you have not seen. You don't even pay for what you don't negotiate. It's against Islamic religion. For you to negotiate and pay for what you have not seen. The thing must be made available, isn't it? Before you negotiate. But unfortunately, because of our criminal idea, we charge the pilgrims, they pay heavy amount right from home here. Only for you to be told that we have killed your home for you. Where is it? How big? How much do you buy? Are you saying all the rams you buy for about 200, 300, 1,000, 2,000 pilgrims, the same price? Are you calling the money to them? The God guide us and make us forgive. Alhamdulillah, Rahman Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين